Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. I am James, also known as Grim. Grim has been a long time nickname of mine since I was about 15, I'd say. Probably even before that. I don't remember. Sometime a long time ago. So, yeah, I respond to either name, really do. So, yeah. Today is one of those days. I started my day up here, and now I'm down here. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's the weather, maybe it's, spiritual warfare. I don't know. I really don't. But, yeah, it's been a gloomy day around here. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about, yesterday's debate, because why not? Everyone else is. So I did watch it. It was rather entertaining. I was over at a Bear Independence live stream during it, and they were playing a drinking game, so I had a couple of beers too, just because. It was that kind of a day anyway. But yeah, today I woke up and I was in a fairly decent mood, but I don't know, a few setbacks to my day, and I got an email from someone who is a friend of mine. I made a friend actually from YouTube here, and we've never met personally, obviously, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that because that's just not cool. But I got an email from them, and they're having a hard time today and just very down also. So it might have helped to bring me down a little too. And I would just ask you guys to say a prayer, just a little prayer. If you are the praying type, I would greatly appreciate it. And I don't know if they will even see it, but hopefully they will. And show the support for them like you did for me when I was, a couple weeks ago when I was I still am, but I try to stay positive. But I'm still, right around in this area most times. I'm going gray here. You see this? This is gray. I noticed it in the video the other day. I was editing a video. I'm like, is that gray hair on my face? Sure is. It's all the stress. I've been overly stressed. It's not been too bad the last about week. A lot of support from YouTube and a lot of help there. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I'm about 160 subscribers away from doing some live videos. I really am. I've done live videos before with third-party software, as I've said in other videos, but it was a disaster half the time. So it's just so much easier if you can do it with YouTube because this is where I'm posting anyway. I'm going to make a couple Patreon videos. Also, I'm planning on trying to do some hunting, either in this state or another. I'm really in the market for a crossbow. In the state of Indiana, you can hunt with a crossbow for deer, and I've just had this incredible urge to get out and hunt. I don't know if I can really explain it, but it's like a need I feel inside of me to go and do this, to hone my skills at it, I guess. It's been a long time since I've actually gotten out and hunted anything. I've thought about making some videos. Probably would only post them on Patreon if I did, because I can make snares and things like that. And it is, like I said, squirrel season. Squirrel and rabbit. I like eating squirrel and rabbit. I have before, and I'm not against hunting them. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to talk more about the debate. The debate was rather entertaining, as I said. I thought it was funny. I really did. It really just, it's sad, really, because, I don't mind Trump. I really don't. I do mind Biden. I do, because that guy, and I'll get into more of that. I don't mind Trump as a person, is what I want to say. I don't really know the guy personally, obviously, but from what I do know about him, I don't see him much different than myself, other than he has way more money than I do. Yeah. Yeah, he just seems like he gets so frustrated with things. Because if you watch that debate, he was really calm, he was fine. But the more the moderator, Chris Wallace, interrupted him, and the more the other guy kept calling him, Biden was doing some name calling, just some childish stuff. And then they started going back and forth, and you could just see the frustration building in Trump. You could see it in his face. I mean, he got redder and redder as it went on. Yeah. Yeah, that was entertaining to say the least. It kept just, they were going. I mean, you call that a debate? That was an argument with a moderator. It was. I mean, if you would have just given him some boxing gloves and let him go at it, that's probably where they were about at. Because Trump really looked like he wanted to go over there and punch the guy, and the other guy looked like he was just, Biden just holding himself up with the podium most of the time. Because I do believe, and I think most people do believe that he's sick, and he looks sick. He sounds sick. He couldn't answer a lot of the questions. He just would avoid questions and then just blame Trump for everything like everyone else does anyway. But yeah, This is what we've come to as a country, the United States. We've come to two old men bickering and the B word back and forth. You know the B word. It starts with a B and ends with those guys' faces on it. So anyway, this is what we've come to. It's funny. It's so stupid and so insane and so sad that it's funny. It really is. I found it to be rather entertaining that people just. I mean. Really? Why do we bother? Don't vote. This is what I'm going to ask everybody in the United States to do today. Don't vote. Why would you? What's the point? This is what your options are. Two old men bickering back and forth. Why is there not an age limit on presidents or any other office for that matter? I mean, if I was 70 years old and I went to apply for a job somewhere, you think I'd get it? I mean, no matter what the job is. Maybe the Walmart greeter. I could probably get to be the Walmart greeter. But, I mean, these guys are so old. What was the youngest president we've ever had? What was it, Kennedy? I don't remember. I mean, I studied presidents a little bit back before I knew it was pointless. But I don't remember. Who was the youngest president? Somebody want to answer that in the comments. That'd be awesome. I could look it up on Google, but I'm not going to because I don't, it really doesn't matter. But what have we come to as a country? We are past our limit. This country is just holding on by a thread, and it's only because of the people that it is holding on by a thread, because there's so many people that still want it to succeed and try. But at this point, it's done. It's done. I'm telling you, it's done. If you watched that stuff last night, you have to know that we're done as a country. If we don't have some drastic change really soon, this is all going down. And I don't know what will happen afterward. I really don't. I don't know. Is it going to be a different type of government? Is it going to be the New World Order government, one world government? Currency is failing. Government is failing. State by state governments are failing. Every state is different. Now, I'll give you a primary example. We'll talk about some marijuana here for just a second. And I'll give you a primary example. See, in the state of Indiana, it's still illegal. It's illegal medically. I don't really pay attention to it, to be honest with you, but I think it's still illegal medically. And I know for a fact it's still illegal for recreational purposes. But in every state around Indiana, it's legal for both. Illinois, Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan, all of them. It's legal. But in this state, in Indiana, it's not. And it's not just that. There are so many differences when you cross a state line. For example, when I'm heading up north, I have to cross through New York. Now, my personal protection device holds 15 of my little friends. They are about 9 millimeter in diameter. Yeah, we'll leave it like that because of YouTube. And when I cross that line, my 15 little friends are now illegal. That makes no sense to me. I have a permit for conceal and carry. I do. I will never renew it. Once it expires, I will throw it in the trash, and I will continue to do what I do without it, because I've learned that that's nothing but a way to track people. That's all that is. Not to mention it's illegal. Constitutionally, it's illegal if you still hold any hope of the Constitution being, a legitimate thing that people should obey. Obviously, most people don't, because most governments don't care anymore. I mean, there are certain states that have their own constitution now. Did you know that? I believe Texas is one of them, the Texas Constitution. Have you ever read that? You should. People think Texas is one of those free states where you can do all kinds of stuff, like they have liberal gun laws and you can get away with everything, and, everybody walks around with a big old gun on their hip. That's not true. In Texas, it's illegal to open carry a pistol. It is. If you go around like a cowboy with your big old, 6-shooter on your hip, you can get arrested for it in Texas. Several other states too, Indiana included. Although, in certain states like Texas and Indiana, it's still legal to carry a rifle on your back without a license, without a permit. So you could strap up your hunting rifle and go. If I still had a hunting rifle. My hunting rifle and my hunting shotgun both went to the pawn shop last year and never came back. Yeah, that happened. I had my personal SHTF that still drags on to this day. That's just thanks to our government also. Government has failed us. School systems have failed us. A lot of churches have failed us. And why do we continue to allow it? Why? Why do we allow this to happen to us? They're taking our rights and our freedoms away. They're putting these puppets like Trump and Biden up on stage for us to gawk at. I mean, people spend enormous amounts of money following their favorite sports team. Why? Why do we continue to allow this? Is everyone just that stupid? I mean, really? Are they that stupid? Alright, this video is getting a little more grim than even for me, right? I think I'll go ahead and call it here. I'm wearing a Star Wars sweater. I have one of these zip-up things coming in the mail that has my logo on there. It has a Grim Survival logo. I have a Teespring for a couple of hoodies I put on there. I really just made them for myself, but I'm going to put the link down there in case anybody wants a Grim Survival hoodie. The one's got the zip-up, one's got the pull-over, and yeah, maybe it'll help me reacquire my hunting implements that I lost to pawn shops. In the market for a crossbow. I really am. Crossbows would be a better way to go. And like I said, squirrel season is in, and I'm considering going and putting some out. If I do, I will... video just cut out again. I was saying I was going to put some snares out, possibly, for squirrels. If I do, I will record it, but I probably won't put it on YouTube. I'll probably put it on Patreon just because of YouTube and their fun little... You know how YouTube is. But anyway, this has been a grim type of video from Grim Survival. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a dislike, I don't matter, it don't matter. Whatever. Hit the button. Just hit a button. It helps the channel. 160, I think I'm 160 subscribers away from that 1,000 mark. I'm going to try to do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to try to do, budget allowing. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm done talking. See you later.